Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank on WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first, member FDIC. And also, our interview is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County 2022 contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And joining us in studio and on Facebook right now, as she waves to the camera, which is very nice because not very many people do, Amber Lawrence joining us from Friends of Whites Woods. Amber, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing fine. If you want to get a little bit closer to the microphone, please, because we want to make sure everybody hears you.
Yep.
So there's a lot of things going on with Friends of Whites Woods, but key among them, because Earth Day is coming up later this month, there's going to be the annual Walk to Whites Woods. So talk to us a little bit about when that's going to happen and what people can expect.
Yeah, so I was actually here last year for the 2022 Walk to Whites Woods. And this year, it's going to be April 22nd on Earth Day. The 12th Street entrance, just like last year. You could bring a friend. You could walk from anywhere. You walk up at around 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. There will be about 10 organizations at table, but I think that there will be at least 13 there. Mm-hmm. So along with the Friends of Whites Woods, there will be the IEP Christian for Coalition Outreach. Mm-hmm. Evergreen Conservancy will be there. The Indiana County Conservation District, League of Women Voters, the Federation of Democratic Women of Indiana County. The IEP Sustainability Studies will be there, and that's my minors department.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's a lot that's going to be going on there, and of course this is all surrounding a chance for people to enjoy Whites Woods the way it should be enjoyed, walking through it and hiking its trails as well. I have a little bit of a vested interest, I should say, because of the fact that my Eagle Scout project, I actually worked on the old Quarry Trail in Whites Woods. So. But this Walk to Whites Woods, so last year was very successful.
It was.
Talk about that success, and whenever you saw the people coming out there, what was going through your mind?
Yeah, it was really nice to see how many people. I feel like there are at least over 100 people that came, and I helped at the IEP Sustainabilities table, too. We gave out some pamphlets, pens, and it was just really nice to see the community come together for a good cause and learn a bit more about Earth Day, the environment, Whites Woods in general, and why we should protect natural areas.
Right. So a lot of stuff going on there, and is there going to be, because I remember last year they were handing out trees, right?
Yes. So the first 100 walkers will get 2 oak tree saplings.
Wow.
Part of the Million Trees Project, and actually last year I gave mine to, because I live in an apartment.
Understandable.
I give mine to family, and the trees have grown this big so far.
Oh, so, they've kept track with you. Nice.
So,
and that's actually pretty good, because as I remember learning in my days, trees are the natural lungs of the earth.
Yes, they absorb our carbon dioxide, and Whites Woods even absorbs about 1,000 tons of carbon a year.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah, they store about almost 28,000 tons overall.
And give out oxygen at the same time, which is what we need to survive.
Yeah.
So this event, it's going to be 1 o'clock, you said?
Yep,
okay.
1 o'clock.
And people are encouraged, but what if they live on the other side of town? Are they able to drive up a little bit and maybe walk the rest of the way?
Yeah, I feel like that's okay. We encourage walking, but if you do live at the other side of town, maybe park a little bit away and try to walk up.
Because that is one thing about Whites Woods, parking.
Yeah.
And I know you encourage people to use those trails whenever they can, but parking is an issue there. This is going to be a popular event, so let's limit that. So you mentioned a lot of great organizations that are going to be there. Places like the IEP Sustainability Studies, Friends of Whites Woods, Evergreen Conservancy, the Sierra Club as well is going to be there. So talk about this as a way of exposing Whites Woods to maybe people who aren't familiar with the area. Like I said, I know a little bit of it because of my work there with the Boy Scouts, but it really is a beautiful conservation area for not just White Township, but Indiana Borough as well, because it's on that border.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
I actually did a little research project over the summer, and I was able to do surveys for people, and I think there was at least 3 people who never went to White's Woods before, and I just caught them on the first day there. And they were amazed at how beautiful it is, and that it's just a recreational trail that you could walk along. So if you don't know about White's Woods, going and just looking at the tables, and the Friends of White's Woods will have their own table too with information, handouts. You can learn a lot about the area and how long it's been there. I believe it's a second growth forest.
So what is a second growth forest?
I believe that there was damage to it, and then it grew again. And
Okay,
it's
so
been
it's
since.
so it's kind of nature has kind of healed itself
Yes,
in
I
that regard.
that's correct.
Okay, all right. So, but again, Friends of White's Woods dedicated to the preservation of that area as much as possible. And a lot has been going on. I know that they've been in discussions with White Township supervisors to try to get some more action taken towards the conservation of that area and keeping it as natural as can be. So I'm sure you've probably have heard a little bit about that, but this is really a chance for people to get out and see the beauty of nature in that regard.
Yeah, once you get out there, you just get to see, like, there's lots of birds there too, lots of wildlife. That is their habitat. And walking along the trails, because I'm not originally from here, I'm from eastern Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Whereabouts, may I ask?
Schuylkill County.
Okay, I know where you're talking about.
Yeah. So when I walked through the first time, I was just amazed because I come from like Coal Banks. We don't have nice areas like that. So just seeing the animals, birds, other people walking through with their dogs, it's really this beautiful experience.
It is, and it can be. And I share your experience because when I walked through it the first time, and I'm a townie.
Yeah.
So I know what that's like. I mean, it was kind of a hidden gem, and it kind of was like a way that it was a world that was separate from the I guess we can call this kind of a light urban area going into this wooded area, and it was just such a treat that it was right next door. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is hidden. Not hidden, but it is a hidden gem.
Yeah, hidden gem is a good word for it, I think.
Because if you walk by, it just looks like a bunch of trees until you go up on the trail. And,
and you see the beauty of it right there. And, of course, it's been well tended throughout the years through projects that have been done by Friends of White's Woods, by other people. Yeah. Like I said, scouts have come through and have done their projects. So this has been well tended to, and this is going to be a big celebration of it.
It is, and hopefully for years to come, annual.
Okay. So again, let's go through the nitty-gritty once again. Where will the walk start?
You could start anywhere.
Okay. And then you go where?
You go to the 12th Street entrance of White's Woods. So 12th Street in Indiana, walk up the big hill, and then you'll see all the tables.
What time will everything start?
1 p.m. and it lasts till 3 p.m.
All right. And again, the first 100 people will receive seedlings, saplings, if you will, from the Million Trees Project.
Yes.
And there's probably going to be some other handouts, I would assume, as well?
Yes. Every table will have things about their environmental efforts, Earth Day, and just a little bit more about their organization.
Bring your reusable bag, then.
Yes, and bring your own food and drink, and we ask that you do not litter.
Of course, actually. Yes. And if anybody has any questions or wants more information about this upcoming event, where can they go?
info@whiteswoods.org. I believe it's the email.
info@whiteswoods.org.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, and I think the website is friendsofwhiteswoods.org. Yes. So info@friendsofwhiteswoods.org?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Well, you know what? Thank you very much, Amber, for joining us here on Indiana in the Morning. Yes. I hope that this is a great success because, again, the chance for people to take a look at a hidden gem in our community, it's always welcome. So thanks very much for being a part of the show.
And thank you for having me.
All right, thanks again. And that was Amber Lawrence of Friends of White's Woods joining us to talk about the Earth Day 2023 Walk to White's Woods here on Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. Our interview is presented by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people, and voted Best Personal Injury Law Firm in the Best of Indiana County 2022 contest. We have just a little bit of time left, so let me go over the schedule for tomorrow's edition of Indiana in the Morning. Todd will be back in studio hosting the show. Kristen Kaler of IUP's Lively Arts will join us at 7:45. Michelle Jordan of the Arc of Indiana County at 8:10. At 8:45, it's a regular monthly visit from the Indiana County Commissioners. Amy Gaston of the Marion Center School District will also join us tomorrow at 9:45. And on Wednesday's show, we'll have our monthly visit from the Indiana County Technology Center. We'll also have some guests from the Indiana County Veterans Providers Group and our monthly visit from the United School District as well. I want to thank Jake Slobodnik for helping me out this morning with the sports, and I want to thank you out there because without you, we have no show. So thanks again, Josh Woodison, saying, as always, thanks for listening.
Hi, this is Terrence Howard. My mother was the